Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaya, and today this is the first video that I'm filming in the new year 2022. All those other videos that I've been posting have been from 2021, as you probably could tell by the dates and all that type of stuff. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that first. But I just wanted to take some time out today and talk about why I haven't posted since 2020 and just what my plans are for the channel, what I want it to be, what I'm working on, and things like that. So, is there anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so, but yeah, basically just a little life update, what I've been working on during this break. Why did I stop posting? It was nothing. It was a lot of stuff going on, but nothing like to say like, oh, I'm quitting, I'm giving up. No, that was never it. This is something that I've been very passionate about and nervous to do at the same time, and that I've just put off for myself and focused on other things. And in this video I'll be talking about the other things that I've been focused on. So my last video I posted in the last video was the wig video, and I posted that on June 16th 2020. So when I started to like pick up my camera and like actually record videos again, that was at the end of 2021. But I was like saving them, stockpiling, and at the top of this year, as if y'all watched that video, January 1st, I posted my first video. During January 1st 2022, I posted my like return video, whatever. And my plan is I want to stay consistent and post every week from that. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. I'm already off to a better start than I was last year, and that's all that matters. So I started posting that last video 2020. I was posting then because, you know, that was like the really beginning of the pandemic. We were all in the house on lockdown, and I needed something creative to do, and I figured I ain't got nothing but time. I've always wanted to start YouTube, may as well do it now. Then when things started to open up a little bit, I just wasn't like as focused on it. School took off, jobs, work, like that was just the time that I had to post those videos was gone. Like it was kind of, you know, back to work. But right before the pandemic started, I had went to New York in 2022 for school, and that was when I really wanted to start my YouTube channel, because that trip was just so motivating, inspiring. I went there for school, but it was like this National Retail Federation convention, the NRF, and you got to hear so many different speakers in retail, fashion. We went on industry tours of the fashion industry. We went to Soho. We got to see all these different sustainable brands, these showrooms, like all these different cool things of New York. And that was my first time in New York, and so I recorded every single thing, and I still have it on my phone. So I'm gonna be putting clips of everything as I talk about all these memories and like where I've been. I'll be putting clips on the screen so y'all can visualize what I'm saying. But yes, that was my plan, to like use that to start my YouTube channel. For school, I had to make like a little video like compilation of that trip, which I still have, and which I did make and like posted to school. It's unlisted, private, but for my YouTube channel I wanted something more personable, more funny, more me, not just like, you know, an assignment. Never made it, because the one I made for school was already so much work, because I just had so much stuff. And then, you know, now 2 years later, like you start thinking, is anybody gonna watch it? A month goes by, 2 months goes by, and now here we are 2 years later. It's gonna be into this video. But that trip was in my mind gonna be the kickstart of my YouTube channel. That didn't happen, but that's okay. So after New York, let me see, I have my notes of everything that I want to say. So yeah, in New York we did so many cool things. We went to the Met. That was my first time ever at the Met. There was an internship fair at the NRF conference, and that conference is what sparked me to like when I got back from New York to like go after all these scholarships and things like that, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. But while we were in New York, I actually got an internship offer, which was really cool, for Kohl's Corporate, which that happened later in the year. And yeah, so to like get a job while you're on vacation was a dream come true. So I was very grateful for that. So then after New York, came home, and it was actually the pandemic hit. I was bored. I needed something creative to do, so I started posting those YouTube videos, and I also started to take my styling company, Amaiya's Atelier, much more seriously, and I launched my Instagram around March 2020. Yes, that's what I have in my notes. So there's definitely more coming with that. I have been styling these past 2 years, but this year we're elevating the business and we're making it a much more of a brand, and not just like something that I say I do, or something that I don't even like. A lot of people don't even, some people don't even know that about me. And you know, like I feel like a lot of times I don't advertise that about myself as much as I should, but I want to start doing that at the level that I should, to achieve my goals and dreams. So that's the plan for that. And after that, like I said, the pandemic laxed a little bit, and that's when my internship started, and that's also when I was applying for these big scholarships, specifically the Virgil Abloh Postmodern Fashion Scholarship Fund, and also the Next Generation NRF Scholarship. And those scholarships are not just like write an essay and you're done. No, they write an essay, get a resume, go through all these rounds of interviews, create a business case study, and I was also actually in a class for them to like help me, you know, like create the best case. And that took up a lot of time. It was like rounds and rounds and rounds. So the whole process of that, I would say, was like 2 to 3 months long over the summer, while I was working my full-time internship Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. And that internship was with Kohl's Corporate, but it was remote. So I was basically in my room every day working. And I was also still working at Apple at this time. So it was just a lot. She was working, okay? So that was the main reason why videos kind of slacked off, because I was so pressured in you know, focusing on school and work and, you know, my career. Okay, so yeah, that was literally all of my summer of 2020. And then after that, my senior year of undergrad started, and the main thing that I wanted to do before I completed undergraduate was take a styling class. At Columbia, styling is not like a minor or anything like that, but there is like a class that runs, I think, only once a year, and I wanted to make sure that I took it. And that really sparked the beginning of me to realize like what I could do with the Amaiya's Atelier, what did I want to do with it, specifically who did I want to target, you know, all this type of stuff. I did a photo shoot, I was styling my family, friends, and things like that. And it also made me, you know, reevaluate, you know, like over the summer I worked a corporate job, and I got all these experiences in the retail industry at the corporate level, and now I need to experience the fashion industry, you know, as something that I'm really passionate about, which is styling, you know, and that side, creativity, you know. So that's what all of my senior year was. And I also was able to get another internship with Garmentier, which is like a styling company within Chicago. It's like a startup. And that's one thing I will say. In college, I did internship after internship, and that's really the point of it, to like test out what you want to do and like see all sides of your industry before you're actually in it. That's just a side note, just a tip for y'all. Also, at this time, at the beginning of senior year, I found out that I won the NRF scholarship. Whoop, 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 whoop. So I was also doing a lot of press around it. Press. I say press, but it felt like I was doing a lot of calls and things like that, which was a lot of fun. I felt like I was on a little press tour. But yeah, I was just doing, you know, calls, interviews. Some people at school wanted to talk to me and write up, you know, articles and things like that, which was a lot of fun. And that, winning that scholarship opened a lot of doors. I was able to be the MC for Walker's Legacy, which is a organization. Walker's Legacy is an organization kind of based on Madam C.J. Walker and her legacy and everything that she represents. And the sole purpose of the event that I was the MC for was to connect women of color with other mentors and women executives within the retail industry. So I was really blessed to be a part of that. It was a lot of fun. Got my speaking levels up. It wasn't in person, but the simple fact that, you know, I can put on my resume that I was an MC, that's a nice little plug, you know. And also I was able to be the wardrobe stylist for a student film at Columbia called Possess Love. And again, all these opportunities were remote, like at home in my room, just doing stuff. But that was a lot of fun, and that's one thing that I was, you know, very grateful for the pandemic for, because I got to do so much from the comfort of my home. And that's probably one of the reasons why even now I don't leave my home a whole lot. Like this week I left the house maybe 2 days, which is not good, but that's one of the reasons why. So yeah, very grateful for that. That was so much fun. And it taught me a lot about, like, you know, using my voice, trusting my eye and my taste, and, you know, not being so willing to say, you know, what do you think? That's great to be collaborative, but it's also one thing to be collaborative and it's another thing to lose your voice. And that's one thing that I'm trying to learn to balance. I'm so good at encouraging other people to do that, but I don't listen to that voice in my head for myself. So that's what I'm working on there. And also at the beginning of senior year, I was a part of the Grownish, which is a television show, you know, Blackish, Grownish, with Zoe and, you know, her college career. I was a participant in their styling competition, which is a lot of fun. That's why I got Miss Manny right back here. And I basically was a participant to style 2 characters from the show. And if my styling wardrobe won, then it would be featured on the show, and 2 of the characters would wear it. So that was a lot of fun. That was a great time. And after the beginning of senior year, we basically transitioned into graduation. I would say my senior year was very smooth. I did a lot in class, outside of class, you know, working, internships, and it was a time of me trying to figure out what did I want to do and not following some traditional route. You know, I don't regret not going the corporate route at all. I do not regret that, because I realized that at this time and at this moment, that's not what I want to do. I feel like that if one day I decide that I want to go work at a corporate job, you know, in the fashion industry or not in the fashion industry, I can do that. You know, I've set myself up where I've worked hard. I've got amazing grades, you know, throughout all of school, and trying to find a corporate job will be something that will always be there. But the road that's much harder and less traveled, starting your own business this young, starting your own business within the entertainment industry, focusing on fashion, focusing on specifically styling, much more harder. But for me, you know, with these jobs that I've been able to find, or if someone's found from me and reached out to me, those have been much more rewarding. And I wouldn't change it. That's my personal opinion. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's, you know, that's just how I feel. And let's say, you know, if I fail, God forbid, I know that I'm not, but, you know, if it gets too hard and, like, you know, all the things that I want to do are seeming like they're just moving farther and farther away, well, then, you know what, we can turn the page and try a different route. But for right now, the road that I am on, I wouldn't change it, and it's very, you know, rewarding with each little milestone that I make, you know, no matter how small it is. Anyway, graduation happened. That was a beautiful time. I had 3 ceremonies because of COVID, and the second one was with the fashion department, and it was like kind of, what did they call it? I think it was like, they called it a garden graduation, and we like wore garden hats, and I was a featured speaker. And that was a lot of fun, and they had me like re-record my speech to like post in the newsletter. And you know, I had to be inspiring. I wanted to hear something that I would have wanted to hear if I was in the audience. And if I could find the video, I'll link it below of like what I actually said. But I took a lot of inspiration from Beyonce's 2020, the YouTube class of 2020 speech. That I love that speech. I'll listen to it when I'm like not feeling, you know, motivated, or I feel like I feel like there's something that I don't want to do, or I don't feel like there's, you know, you don't feel like passion for something. I'll go watch that video. So yeah, I was inspired by that. And after graduation, for my graduation gift to myself, I went to Puerto Rico. That was beautiful. I had a wonderful time. The biggest thing that I kept saying that I wanted to do is just sit on the beach and do nothing and eat and look at the waves and sleep. And I did that for most of the days, but we also went jet skiing. We went to Old San Juan, which was gorgeous. We went ATVing. I also really wanted to do that. Me and my mom went and did that. And we also went to the rainforest. And the name of the rainforest was into El Yunque National Rainforest. That's what it was called. Beautiful. And I've always, you know how you have like things in your head that you want to do, but you never like vocalize it, or you never told anybody that you want to do it or something like that. You have things in your head that you've always wanted to do, but you haven't told anybody, or it's something that you just tell yourself that you want to do, but it's not like written down anywhere or anything like that. Well, that's how I felt about I've always wanted to like be in like a natural pool and like have the waterfall coming down on me. So I did that in the rainforest, and you know, took a whole bunch of pictures, wore a whole lot of cute outfits, and that was the highlight of my summer. But I had to prepare for the next semester. You're probably talking about the next semester, you just graduated. Well, right at the end of the last semester of college, I decided that I was going to keep going and apply for my master's degree, which I am currently enrolled in. I am still at Columbia. I graduated early, so I finished within 3 years. And then this necklace is just tweaking out. I finished my undergraduate in 3 years, and my master's degree program is only 1 year. And the name of the program is Entrepreneurship for Creatives. And basically the whole program helps you create your business plan for whatever venture or whatever you have, you know, in your mind, be anything. And it helps you create your business plan, and at the end it prepares you to pitch to investors. So obviously I decided that my business venture was going to be Amaiya's Atelier, and truly taking the time within myself, but also within myself, and like mentally allocating time to work on it, but also physically each week using the homework to actually make it a real world thing and not just, you know, some assignment. So that's what I've been doing, and I loved it. And at the end of the summer, I will have a master's degree, which is a true blessing. I've always known that I wanted to get my master's. I just, you know, didn't know in what, and you know, you don't want to waste money, you don't want to waste your time. And when I was presented this opportunity and heard about the program that Columbia offered, I was like, why would I not do that? So that's what I decided to do. And you know, 4 years, people are normally graduating of their bachelor's, which is a huge accomplishment, but in 4 years to say you have your bachelor's and your master's, that is a true blessing, and I'm so grateful for it. So we talked about summer 2021. In the fall 2021, I started my master's degree, and then I also decided to take some graduation pictures for my, you know, bachelor's degree, as, you know, celebratory graduation, but also as like I guess you can say, like, as a professional photo shoot, you know, headshots and things like that for my business. And I've used them already, you know, in resumes, applications, my accounts, you know, my personal things. And those pictures turned out beautiful. I have this thing where I just love like pictures and videos of like clones, or like when this one person is like multiple of them. When I was in the styling class in fall 2020, I did an at-home version of it, like a 3-in-1. And then so for this shoe, I also wanted to do the same thing, like a 3-in-1. I feel like it tells a story. Like the fall one that I did in my styling class basically was telling a story of like me in undergrad, in my progression as a student from like, excuse me, it's my 3 years in undergrad. And then this one is telling the story of myself and like my progression as a professional, so like student graduation to like, you know, real world. That's the theme, that's the story behind it. So yes, I love a clone photo moment, clone video moment. Love that. And also, as you've seen in my latest vlog, my latest vlog, right before winter, actually the day after Thanksgiving, I got my brand new car. I put on my vision board that I wanted a new car in 2021, and I got it. So the car that I ended up buying was the Kia K5 EX, which is a 2022. And if you want to see that video and that vlog, click the link. Either hopefully I can put a little card, I'm still learning on this, hopefully I can put a little card, or it'll be in the description box below and y'all could check that out. Alright, and then next but not least, I had my birthday celebration. I hadn't had a true birthday like outing since, yeah, before the pandemic, obviously. And that was just, it was really refreshing to, you know, be around people, hanging out, having free time, not free time, but like, you know, freedom, you know, being downtown and just having fun. Yeah, having a whole lot of fun. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, y'all can check that out. Also, link down below or at the card or at the end of the video, I'll put those 2 links. Which brings us to today. You know, that I hope that recap, you know, will show something. I think, you know, at the end of it, I'll have like at the end of this video, I'll have a compilation of like, you know, all the stuff that I talked about, of like, you know, where I've been. But that was, I think that was a pretty recap of what these last 2 years have been. And also, like, you know, for people who maybe are new and don't know me and are watching, to get like idea of who I am, or, you know, drop a little bit of gems in there. I don't know, hopefully, maybe. But yes, that's me, that's my life, what I've been up to, and what I have planned is just to, you know, be me and explore wherever this takes me. Obviously continue posting fashion videos, vlogs, well, continue posting vlogs and post more fashion videos of like, you know, the stuff that I've been working on, like all the things that I've talked about. When more opportunities arise, to record those, walk you through the process of how I do those, how I came about, you know, getting those opportunities. And you know, I also realized like these past 2 years that, you know, even though I was doing all these things, and I loved each and every one of them, and each of them served me for a season and a reason, I feel like there were different points throughout there where I realized some of the things that I was working on, specifically some of the jobs that I was doing, not the styling jobs, like, you know, other jobs I was working, you know, in the background to provide for myself, to have a living, were not, like, it's not a waste of time. That's not the word. They were there for a season and a reason. But going forward, I want to put my time and my energy towards jobs and things, people that I'm truly passionate about, and not so much of thinking. A lot of times I try to be a people pleaser, or, you know, try to do what I think everyone else will think is right, and and at the end of the day, I'm 22 and have a whole life to live. If you're, you know, within that age, you have a whole life to live, and there's so much time to try to get yourself on like a timeline, or like try to put yourself on a path to success. But at the end of the day, you're missing, you know, what's happening on the side. You're missing the true joys, so in your, you know, your passion. I thought about it one time, you know, somebody asked me what was my hobby, what are my hobbies, what do I like to do, and at one point I couldn't even think of anything. It was like school, work, like, you know, like, what do you do every day? What do you do after school? What do you do after work? After work I do school, after school I do work, you know, like that wasn't living. So now we're living. And I feel more happier, I feel more excited, and like I said, all of those things were making me happy. Like, yeah, for sure they were, but at the same time I was just on a constant go that I didn't have time to truly think about what I was doing and enjoy them fully, you know. So that's what I'm doing now, and Amaiya's Atelier is going to take off. There's a lot in store for that. There's a huge marketing campaign that I have planned that's coming up very, very, very soon, like within the next couple of weeks. That's how soon. At my church we talked about, like, you know, everyone always says like have hope, have hope, have hope. But when we say hope, it's like we're wishing for something to happen, you know, like I wish that my business would take off. I wish that I would be styling more clients. I wish that I was, you know, doing this, doing that, feature here, feature there, or, you know, all of this. Like, you have so many hopes for your career and your aspirations, and that you hope, you know, that your job and your passions line up. But going into this year, I don't want to just hope, wish. I want to hope confidently, expecting it to happen. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes yeah, that makes sense. Y'all just responded. Thank you. I know. So yeah, I'm confidently expecting Amaiya's Atelier to take off. And if you're watching this and you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what Amaiya's Atelier is, it is my styling business. I'm open to styling any and everyone. Specifically, I love young professionals and creatives that are transitioning themselves from, you know, being students, artists, influencers, and want to become professional, and, you know, they have job interviews, photo shoots, music videos, whatever the case may be. Or if you have a date night, a movie night, like I said, vacation, traveling, whatever the case may be, I am your girl. And Amaiya's Atelier focused on affordable and accessible styling. So yeah, that's my little business plug. And like I said, stay tuned for my campaign that is coming very, very soon. I have been working very hard this first month of the year, and I'm super excited for y'all to see everything that I have in store for that. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, you know, kind of recapping what I've been up to from 2020 up until now. And be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share it, and stay tuned for my next video and the campaign for sure. And I've been talking for 31 minutes and 54 seconds, and I kind of feel like I need to just keep talking. Like, that was too quick. I'm gonna go now. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I've been kind of going crazy on TikTok. If you've been paying attention, yeah, I'm doing that. Alright, now at this point I really need to stop talking. I love y'all that have watched my 3 videos so far. It's not going to be a repeat of 2020. I'm not going to post 3 videos and then dip off for 2 years. Like I said, we're coming with content here and at the Atelier. Ow! Did that rhyme? If it didn't rhyme, in your head that it rhymed. Yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for watching.